Sandeepa Biswas and you are watching my channel Icons on Earth. In this video, I'm going to describe the cardinal utility approach of consumer behavior. This theory was given by Alfred Marshall, and before going into detail of this theory, I would like to describe some assumptions of this theory that and those are very important. So the first assumption is utility is a cardinal concept. That means you can measure the utility you are going to derive. So in general it is very difficult to measure the utility. Like you are drinking a water and you are getting satisfied. So how can you measure this utility? Like I have 50 unit of satisfaction, I have 100 unit of satisfaction. Like this is difficult, but Marshall has assumed that utility is measurable. The second assumption is utilities are independent. That means the utility derived from two different commodities are totally independent. Like you are thirsty, and you at the same time you want to watch a movie, and you drink a glass of water, you get satisfied. So this satisfaction you got or utility you got from drinking of water will not help in satisfying your desire to watch a movie. So utilities derived are independent. Next assumption is marginal utility of money is constant. Like in this analysis we will see that the marginal utility derived from commodity consumption is diminishing, and money is also a commodity, a means to get other commodities. But for the simplicity of the theory, the model, the Alfred Marshall has assumed that marginal utility of money is constant. Like the marginal utility of money doesn't not increase as we have less of the money left in our pocket as we increase the consumption, or we expend more on the commodity we are going to consume. The last assumption is use of introspective method. That means the economist is able to make analysis on the basis of his own experience for other person. After understanding the assumptions of this theory, we will see that the theory has given two most important concepts in economics, that is the law of diminishing marginal utility and the law of equimarginal utility. In this video I will cover only the law of diminishing marginal utility. So what is it? We have a definition of this concept, that is the additional benefit which a person derives from a given increase of his stock diminishes. Like what? So what the additional benefit diminishes. Okay, the additional benefit diminishes with the increase of his stock, right? The additional benefit which a person derives from a given increase of his stock of a thing diminishes. We will understand, we will be able to understand this concept more easily by a table. Now this table will help us to understand the concept of total utility and marginal utility. The first column shows the number of commodity we are going to consume or the individual is going to consume. We have taken the glass of water that will be consumed per day. The second column shows the total utility, or you can also call it utils. And the third column is showing the marginal utility, and that is the change in total utility upon change in quantity consumed. Now the individual is going to consume total of 8 glass of water a day. And we can see that the first glass of water is giving a total utility of 12 utils, and the marginal utility is also 12. Now the second unit of the glass of water is giving a total of 22 utils to the consumer, and the marginal utility is 10, because the marginal utility is the change in utility derived by the consumption of one additional increase or decrease in the quantity consumed. In this case, we are increasing the quantity consumed. So how we have got this 10? We have subtracted 12 from 22. And the third unit is giving 30 utils of total utility, and we are getting 8 utils of marginal utility, and we have got this 8 by subtracting 22 from 30. Likewise, fourth unit is giving total utils of 36, and we are getting marginal utility of 6, and we have got the 6 by subtracting 30 from 36. And at the fifth unit of glass of water, the consumer is getting 40 utils of total utility, and we are getting, and the consumer is getting 4 utils of marginal utility, and he has got this marginal utility by subtracting 36 from 40. At the sixth unit of glass of water, the consumer is getting only 1 marginal utility. And what happens next? When the consumer is going to consume 7th glass of water, his total utility has been decreased. And because why this happened? Because he is getting -2 utils of marginal utility. That means it is showing that his marginal utility has been started to decrease, and we are studying the law of diminishing marginal utility. And as the consumer is further increasing his consumption of the glass of water, his number or amount of total utility has been decreased further to 36, because he is getting -3 marginal utility further. Now we will understand the law of diminishing marginal utility with the help of this graph. And the upper part of this graph is showing the total utility on the y-axis and number of quantity consumed on the x-axis. The lower part of the figure is showing marginal utility on the y-axis and number of quantity consumed or number of commodity consumed on the x-axis. So this is the total utility curve, and we can see that it is growing at a decreasing rate. Like these points are showing this slope. Like the slope is highest at point A, it has been decreased to B, and it has further decreased to C, and at point D the slope is horizontal, means there is no slope. So what does it means? That it's showing the rate of increase of the marginal utility or the change in the marginal utility. Now when we come to the lower part, this is showing the marginal utility curve, and we can see that at this point the marginal utility derived is highest at the consumption of first commodity, and when the consumer is consuming second unit, his marginal utility has been decreased, and when he is consuming third unit, his marginal utility derived has been decreased further to MU3. At the quantity consumed 4, the consumer is getting 0 level of marginal utility. That means he is totally saturated. this at on this TU curve we can find this point at this point D, and if the consumer further increases his consumption, he will get a negative marginal utility, like this is the negative quadrant, and which is below point 0. And if a consumer will consume further when he is totally saturated, he will derive a negative marginal utility, or in other words, he will be suffer pain. So at quantity 5, the consumer is getting negative marginal utility. So this is the explanation of law of diminishing marginal utility. I hope this video is useful for you, and please subscribe my channel if you have not yet, and give it a thumbs up to my video, and please share it. Thank you so much for watching.